gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And now, it's time!
Is this volume off?
It's off.
Oh, there we go. Am I mute? Oh,
Gotcha.
there we go. And
You're good
welcome
now.
everyone. Technical difficulties here. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, my apologies. And welcome everyone to the Circle Debate Championship on the Line and EYR podcast MMA episode of UFC 280 recap, ladies and gentlemen. This is the host, Devious One. I've been seeing here with my other hosts, Mi Familia. They're back in action finally. They took a while because they're the modest of pain. They bring that pain all over Southern California and up in Rancho Cucamonga especially. So that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Richard and Alex Mares, Championship on the Line podcast. It's been a while, gentlemen. How you guys been?
You ready?
We're
I'm
good.
doing pretty good.
Excited, man. It's
we're
been a
excited to come
while.
back.
The boys are back in town.
I know. I should have actually downloaded that song. Fuck. Should have downloaded that song. That is right. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, Modest of Pains are back here. Of course, Coach Rage, Mr. Kennedy himself, and Bakley, I guess they're all busy today. So, but we're here because we want to give our, recap of this incredible event, and that is what happened this past Saturday, and that is UFC 280. And that is Oliveira Makovic. Man, of course, this happened in Abu Dhabi, so this happened early in the morning. Whoever, was able to catch
11.
it live at 11 in the morning, our time here, Pacific Standard Time. But man, before we even get into the actual main card, I really wanted to ask you guys mainly, what are you guys' thoughts about the pre-live card? What do you guys thought overall?
I personally, I didn't catch too much of it. I just know like the number one post when I was going on my phone, like everyone else, looking at their social media, the Sean Brady knockout versus Bilal Muhammad.
Yes.
That's the one that stood out.
Yes.
Especially that in the second round, I think a lot of people have had high hopes for Sean Brady.
Yes.
And Bilal just shut everyone up and silenced everyone. So good for him.
Right? I was going to say that. Yes, absolutely. How about you, Alex? What did you?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty good. Good, decent undercard. One also got one fight that I feel like a lot of people slept on was Krylov versus Volkan Ozdemir, which two guys are pretty up. Especially Volkan was, fought for the world title, former world title challenger, and Krylov's the guy that's coming up. So, yeah, it was a good fight. Krylov looked good, beat him by unanimous decision. But overall, the undercard was good. Yeah, I think the highlight obviously was Muhammad versus Brady. And, yeah, man, just Muhammad's ready. I think he's up there now. He's top 5 for sure. So, he's up there now. Put some
we're gonna
respect
get in
now in that name.
Oh, put some respect in the name. So yes, we'll be speaking about that rankings later on after we finish with the recap. But let's get into it, man. Let's fucking get into the main card. Let me pull up, of course, the first fight here, and that is, of course, the women's flyweight bout. Kaylin Chukanen versus Manon Fiorot. I can't pronounce her last name, but I'm trying.
That's a tough one.
It's a tough one, right? But let's call her Caitlin. How about Caitlin versus Manon Fiorot, because she's French. So, I mean, I had to do a little bit oui, French here. Oh, man. But, man, let's pass it down, of course, to the 5-time former champion.
Yeah.
5-time. Let me correct myself. 5-time. Yes, I know. And that is, of course.
Swell his head. Don't swell him up.
No matter what, he's gonna be
not one, not two, not three, not 4, but 5.
See, there he goes. We got him started.
Alex, take it away on this one. What were your thoughts of this fight?
I'll be honest, I did not watch this fight. But Yeah, man. I mean, Keelan's a person that like she's always been up there. She's always been so close for when she fought for the title. Very unsuccessful on that one, but she's always been like gatekeeper, like kind of like top ranked, but just fighting all the people who are trying to get title shots. But I mean, she could beat all those challengers, but can never win the title fight. And man, I mean, she looked really good. I mean, she beat her unanimous decision. Keelan did miss weight, so that's not good for her. Even her missing weight, man, and won by unanimous decision. And especially looking at her, I mean, she's undefeated in the UFC. She's 5-0. She got wins over her and then Jennifer Maia, which is another former title challenger. So, she's looking good, man. I mean, I think people are gonna have to start paying attention to her because she beat 2 top contenders in the last 2 fights. So, she could possibly get a title shot.
That could be. I mean, that could be for most definitely. Richard.
This is a fun fight. I didn't watch too much of it, like everyone else. Trying to catch some highlights. Sadly, this fight's kind of overshadowed. I mean, this is just a huge card. You have Makhachev, Sterling, and O'Malley. We'll get into that later, kind of overshadowing this fight. But this is kind of a make and break fight for Caitlin. Like, she's still trying to get that second shot at the belt. Like Alex was mentioning, former title challenger, didn't go her way. And then it's cool for fans like us to have a new face like Manon to come in, because like Alex said, she's 10-1 in the UFC. She's undefeated. She's beaten Jennifer Maia. She's beating Victoria Leonardo. She's beating some names here and there, and it's cool to see a fresh face and to see in the tough division if she can get a touch. If she keeps on going like this and wins maybe a couple more, we talked about this before in the last couple of reviews. These women's divisions are so tight that you could win a few, have a winning streak like this, and then jump and get a title shot. You're kind of feeding him to the champions like Hashenko and Nunes, like they're just looking for the next person. And right now, getting this win over Caitlin looks really good in her resume. To one huge step forward to get a title shot.
Oh my God, I'm muted. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I was like,
yes, my apologies again.
No worries.
But yes, no, I agree. I mean, both of you guys felt well said, both of you guys. I mean, there's something much I could really add to it. I was, how you mentioned that the card itself overshadowed this fight for sure, because you could tell, and I don't disrespect the women, and I'm not disrespecting at all, and I mean it with all due respect. It really wasn't catching a lot of people's attention. I mean, however, we finally see a new fresh face. How you mentioned, of Menon in that, that division. So I'm really happy that she got the win. I mean, she was the one that did a lot of good striking. Caitlin didn't do much, and wasn't much self defense on Caitlin's side. I mean, one takedown, from Menon really helped her on pretty much the scorecard. So I'm happy for her. Maybe she's how you mentioned too, Alex. I mean, she could be the next one up next in the title fight. So I mean, we'll have to wait and see on that. All right, let's jump on the next fight here, and that is the lightweight bout. Beneil Dariush versus Mateusz Garmont. So, of course, we know the outcome of this, which is Dariush defeating Garmont, which I'm surprised, but we'll get into it. So I'll pass it on to you, Alex. Take it away.
Yeah, man. So I love Dariush. I like his fighting style. I'm a big fan of his. My heart wanted Dariush. Head was thinking Gamrot was gonna win. I should have listened to my heart because I picked Gamrot on Tapology. But yeah, man, I think it's so crazy because Dariush, when a guy hasn't fought in over a year, right? Like obviously everyone gets better. Oh shoot! Give me a second.
Today has been technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. We apologize. My mic been muting itself on and off, and so now Alex, his lights went off. There you go. Lighting issue.
There we go. I'm back.
There we go. All right.
Yeah, that's not working. But yeah, I just wanted to So when a guy doesn't fight for over a year, Yeah, I was worried. I mean, I was really worried because everyone gets better, everyone gets, everyone evolves more, and it's like it kind of reminded me of Santiago Pozanimio. He was a guy that was like up there, and then he hadn't fought for a while, and he comes back and he gets knocked out. So like, part of me was like, man, what if Darush is like that? He hasn't fought in over a year, and he's fighting and they put him against a tough opponent like Gamrot, who's climbing up, having a huge winning streak, and Darush shut him down. Gamrot tried to wrestle him, had really great takedown defenses. Stuff most of his takedowns. Stand up looked really good. I just feel like his stand up could have been a little bit better, but then again, it's like it's been a while, so over a year. But I think he looked really good. Top guy like Gamrot. So yeah, man. I mean, I can't wait for Darush's next fight. I really do believe he could give Islam a challenge. I really do believe that. I think he would give him a really tough fight. And Darush is a veteran. He's been fighting for a very long time. He's fought tough opponents. He's beaten a lot of tough guys. And yeah, I mean, I like to see that in the future. So, yeah, good win for Darush. Good performance.
Yeah, definitely. Rickard.
Pretty much, the same opinion with Alex. I always liked Dariush. I think I became more of a fan of him recently with the wins he's getting, and he's just getting better and better, especially his last fight with Tony Ferguson. His jiu-jitsu was just on display and showed what he could do in the ground and also what he can do on top. I know this fight, they're throwing some heavy hands and both guys are getting rocked, but obviously Dariush, I just think Dariush has a lot of experience, especially with the high-level guys he's had. And no disrespect with Gamrot. Gamrot in his own right was, even before the UFC, he was a two-time world champion. I mean, he was fighting KSW, former lightweight champion. I believe he's also featherweight champion at one point. So he's in own right is a world-class fighter. But it becomes different when you're fighting those guys, the top 5, top 6 guys in UFC. It gets tougher and tougher. And I think this is a great learning experience for Gamrot, especially to fight someone like Dariush. Like, there's no shame in getting a loss in Dariush, and I think this is not the end of Gamrot. I think he'll still be in there and be in the top 8 guys and slowly climb up the ladder. But right now, I think it's Dariush's time. It really is. I honestly thought Dariush should have got the title shot or at least one more fight and then get the shot. But we know what happened. Islam jumped ahead of him. But like Alex mentioned too, he was gone for about a year. So he got this win, and now he's number 4. He's ranked number 4. He went 2 spots up. So a very well deserved, ranking on Dariush's part.
No, definitely, and I do recall that because we all been, debating about that, about who should be the next contender, and we mentioned Dariush on, on the previous archives episode. So I mean, we all both have, and what I mentioned, what caught my attention on this is seeing Dariush. He really looks in great shape, and he looks cut up. I don't know if you guys noticed, he looks like he packed a little bit of heavy, just muscle mass I'm speaking of, but. Man, I mean, he was impressive, and it just, even though it's been like over a year. How long has it been? May, right? It was May, April, around there, like that. It was last fight.
May, yeah.
May, right? Think about it, that's like over a year, and I did not expect him to do what he did to Garmon. I honestly thought Garmon was going to put up a fight, and honestly, I hate to say it, but Dariush dominated all 3 rounds. I mean, just dominated pretty much. So I for me, Dariush could be. I think Dariush, who I do want him to. I think he needs at least one more fight. I know that he should, but I feel that he needs to fight Gaethje. I think he's the one that needs to be in the next line. What is going on? Jump on the Ring. Thank you so much, man, for stopping by, tuning in. Subscribe to Jump on the Ring podcast, ladies and gentlemen. That is right. But I feel that Dariush should fight Gaethje. And then we'll get the contender there. I mean, I
can see that.
And plus, I mean, by looking at Dariush's, record, he has not fought the Gaethje. He's never fought Gaethje. That will be an intriguing fight to see. That's for sure. Might be getting Chris Curtis and get an interview. We'll let you guys know. Maybe you can. Go, Chris! Awesome, nice. Hell yeah. Awesome. Hell yeah. Most definitely. Wow. We appreciate you very much, Frank. Thank you. Thank you, Bruno, Frank. Jeremy Prophet, the harbinger of truth. That's right. You guys should get Jeremy Prophet in your show.
Oh yeah, for sure. 100%.
But yes, I enjoyed it. Good for Darush. Great great comeback for him. And hopefully we can get Gaethje next. I mean, him and Gaethje. And then from there, we'll see. He has to wait until, of course, which we'll get into. So that is right. Oh, man. Yes. We appreciate you, brother. Hell yeah. Always. Much love, man. Thank you. All right. This is the reason why coaching here, ladies and gentlemen. And that is, of course, about Peter Yan versus Sean O'Malley. Of course, Skittles. And this is the one that I think all of us are going to be talking about this one. But that's why coaching here for a reason, ladies and gentlemen, because he does not like Skittles. But I will
does not like the rainbow.
No, he does not. So we're going to question Coach next time why, to give us a good statement why he doesn't like Skittles over here. But I'll take it to you, Alex. So we did get Sean O'Malley winning by a split decision. This is a controversial decision. And I even heard from Dana White, heard his thoughts about it. It could have gone either way. But I want to hear your thoughts. So take it away. The floor is yours.
Man. So I think the question is, obviously, obviously this was a big fight for O'Malley. I give a lot of respect. He took on, I think he's ranked number 11, and he took on the number 2 guy. So, I give him a lot of respect for that, fighting because this was a big fight for him. Really big fight. Peter Yan, former world champion, coming off, controversial loss for the title. But the question was, O'Malley, can he belong in that top level? Can he fight for a world title? And I just think right now he's not ready. Obviously there's holes that, Yan exposed. O'Malley needs a new wrestling coach because he needs to learn how to freaking defend a takedown.
Totally agree. I'm not disagreeing at all. You're preaching the words of the choir. Take it, man. Love it.
Yeah, man. Yan made it look like a clinic. Was taking him down. He needs a lot of work on that. Honestly, I thought O'Malley won the first, and then the second and third, I gave it to Yan. I thought Yan won the fight. Honestly, the thing is, I think Dana White, the UFC, they had their fingers crossed, hoping that O'Malley won the fight. They want to push O'Malley. They think he's a superstar. They want to push him. If you really look at all the posts, all the stuff UFC, they're pushing for O'Malley. A lot of promoting on him. So I feel like they wanted him to win. I feel like deep down they're like, oh, we need this guy to win. To make money on him, because at the end of the day, it's a business. But yeah, man, it sucks. I thought Yan won the fight, which, and I think O'Malley went on Twitter saying oh, I definitely won, which I don't know what he's smoking, but he definitely don't know what he definitely yeah. So I don't know, but definitely it makes hopefully. He takes his training camp next fight real serious because I think he got a wake-up call hey, I got to really work on some things. Because if he fights like this with Sterling, Sterling's going to have an easy night because what Sterling could do, Sterling could wrestle all day, all night. And he can
which we're going to get into
no problem. So, yeah, definitely a lot of work O'Malley needs.
Definitely. And I agree. Come on, his defense on his takedowns were horrible. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You're allowing this man to grab it like a fucking rag doll. And this is where it's controversial, this fucking decision, this split decision. It's like, I feel that the winner of the first round was Yan. That means it should have been Yan's, fight. Because majority of the times, the first round of the fight is the one that determines the winner. My opinion. I guess the one thing that they're giving him this is the fact because, mind you, one thing, we haven't seen Yan get dominated bled. I don't think we've seen Yan bled like this.
No.
And that's the reason I would say why they kind of give O'Malley credit. And not only that, O'Malley was throwing, he was the one who had more striking more striking punches than Jan. And that's where Jan too, I'm like, that's his problem. He starts too slow. And that's the problem. Like the first 2 minutes of the fight, he did start it slow. If you noticed, before he even got into me, so he kind of wrestled him before he even started beginning on his striking punches. And that's why I kind of noticed, like, why is he doing that? I think this guy could probably knock him out. And I was expecting that from Peter Yan. And he didn't. I think probably that's the reason why they gave it to O'Malley the first round, because of Jan's slow start in the first round, in the first two. So if you guys go back and look at it again, you can clearly fucking tell that Jan was really taking his time before he even got into rhythm. And I think that's probably what affected him, in my opinion. That's the reason why they didn't give him the first round. And towards the end, I mean, I love the fact Jan knocked him down. O'Malley did the same. So it was an intense fight. This fight could have gone either way.
Yeah.
But it just the split is where I was like, what? Oh, I was expecting a unanimous, and I was expecting Jan to win. And I chose O'Malley because like you mentioned, Alex, they're really building for him. They want to build. That's Dana White's next Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Because that's the next guy. And he could be the shit talker. He could be that next Conor McGregor. He could be even probably that fucking next Tito Ortiz. He'd be that person. Or even, Chael Sonnen, I would say. But it's how you mentioned, is he ready to fight in that top tier, top 5 class division? I don't think so. I think for me, looking at the rankings now and looking at and look at this shit. Okay, so Matty went up to 10 spots up to first. What the fuck? Like, what? Yeah, he's number 1. How the hell he's number 1? Hey, yo, what the fuck? How the hell he's number 1? How?
Because
he jumped everybody. I'm like, wow, I couldn't believe this shit. So, I mean, honestly, O'Malley better get ready. And he better, like how you said, Alex, you preached him, and there's nothing I can really much add. He better work on that takedowns, work on his self-defense. He needs to work on all of that. He needs to work on a lot of things if he's going to stay on top of his damn fucking rankings. I'm telling you that right now.
He needs to go to AKA and work on his wrestling.
Yeah, he needs to. He really definitely needs to work on that, especially going to AKA. Oh, yes. Hell, yes. That is right. Yeah.
Hell yes.
That's right. Rickard, take it away.
You guys pretty much said it all. I mean, over there I could critique. I love how Jan's takedowns, every time he tried to go towards his right, sweep his leg, kick him under, go for the takedown.
Sweep.
He was just kicking his leg under him.
Yeah.
And for someone from O'Malley, that should be in that level, because you're fighting number 1 guy for a reason, because everyone thinks you have the mouth to get there, and could you back it up with your voice to go out there, because he pretty much said, no, I'm the baddest mother effer here. I should be fighting for the championship. Okay, let's fight the number 1 guy. So he got there, and he did well. I mean, we can't deny he does have skills. His striking, he did well enough, to keep Jan off of him at moments. But yet again, Jan really kind of had his way with the wrestling. Like Alex said, he needs to really improve those takedown defenses. I mean, he had those beautiful leg sweeps when he felt like it, and he got close. Especially if you're striking and you're fighting versus the wrestler, you don't want the wrestler coming in really tight. I mean, I remember guys fighting in the featherweight division when Frank Edward would come in. You knew Frank Edward was going to do that double leg and blast you to the mat. And especially as like someone's Jan pedigree, you don't want that. And I was just kind of surprised that O'Malley, you let him get that close to just kind of clinch and sweep him, clinch and sweep, clinch and sweep. All night he was doing that. I mean, even looking at the scorecards, all judges, it shows here, all 3 judges scored the second round for Jan. All 3 judges also scored the third round for O'Malley. The deciding round was round number 1. 2 judges had it for O'Malley, and 1 judge had it for Jan. So that was the deciding factor of that opening round, according to the judges' scorecards. Like you said, Ivan, it was kind of a slow starter. I think the best decision was he should have went for the takedown immediately. Just I don't know. I just think O'Malley hasn't really had. I mean, if you look at his recent his last few fights or whatever, he hasn't been.
Well, remember the last one, the no contest one. Remember when because of the eye poke was the last one that he
The
has
eye
no
poke,
contest.
yeah. That one, the no contest. I mean, no one's have really tested him to the ground. O'Malley pretty much knocks out every opponent, so no one's ever really gotten deep water except Jan. So I think if I was like Jan's corner, I was like, just wrestle him. Let's see early on and take his stuff him down the first couple minutes to see how it reacts.
Get him tired.
But kind of started slow, and the judges saw O'Malley taking that first round, and that decided pretty much the whole fight.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's how it is. It could go either way. I know Alex said now on Twitter, O'Malley saying, "Oh, I won it." But even after the fight, I kind of like that. Oh man, he's humble for once. He's human, saying, "I have to see the fight again, and I have to, see the tape because I could have went either way." Even he wasn't sure. So.
Oh, but did you see his face? He was like, I didn't. He's like, when he was announced the winner, you could just tell. He's like, what the like? He was in shock. Like, I fucking won. What the fuck? He knew that he knew he stole that fucking win.
He knew.
That's the thing.
But this is the thing now. Do you would you guys want to? Would you think there should be a rematch and should it be like a fight night 5 round rematch? Should there be a rematch and just in general?
I believe it should be a rematch.
It should be. And also, Jan has to be vocal about it. And I feel like Jan has to ask for it. Jan has to play the part too. He has to ask for it. He has to really, get the fans interested in the rematch. And Jan's not that guy. So I feel like O'Malley, they'll probably give him Vera. I think that's the fight that's going to be made next. I think O'Malley's going to have a rematch with Vera. And then winner gets a title shot.
I could see that.
I can see that too. Because
with this performance, Sterling's probably like, no, give me him now, so I can shut him up and have my way with him. But, end of the day, he is the number 1 right now. So
10 fucking spots. I can't believe it. That's fucking crazy.
And we see how it is. I mean, look at the fight we're going to start talking. I won't get in too much into it, but the Makhachev fight, they wanted him to jump up, and he went up, and we saw what he did this weekend. There's certain guys at UFC have history, like Alex that said they've tried to push. Like I remember they tried to push Sage Northcutt, the young golden boy trying to push him up, or Paige Van Zandt they tried to push. Recently they tried to push Makhachev. He owned up to his word and proved how good he is. They tried to push Hazmat. And they pushed him up right away up, and look what he did. I mean, he's doing a pretty damn good job. But for O'Malley, it's like you're right there, you cross the finish line, but it's like, he won it, but
probably not the way how he wanted to win. That's probably he knows that this is not the way to win. And like how Alex mentioned, I think Peter should be the one calling, messaging, putting it out there. Look, I want my rematch because this one was O'Malley going after Jan. And until, trash talking him until finally Jan said, fuck it, all right, I'll take the fight. But now this is now Jan that needs to pressure O'Malley. Hey, you better take this fight. I gave you the fight that you wanted. Now you better give me my rematch. So
because what gain did he have? I mean, right now he lost. And a lot of people think he won. And now this kid is number 1. And now he's next in line. If they feel like it, they could probably give him Sterling next. And Jan didn't benefit anything from this fight. No, if he won, everyone like, oh well, you should have beat O'Malley. Of course, he should have won. You know what I mean?
But the problem on this one is that Jan had no one else to fight because he still was waiting for the winner of Sterling and Dillashaw, which we're gonna get into.
Yeah,
that's the issue. And are you gonna have Jan be waiting there for much longer? So that's why Dana kind of needed this fight. They needed to book the Supercard fight to make it happen. And I mean,
that's true. But if I'm number 1, I'd rather fight a number 4 or 5 guy than number 10 or 11. It just looks bad.
So I mean,
crazy some of the jokes that much.
Let's see. Look at the rank. So you have Merab Deva. Can't even say his name. Devalishi. He's a number 3. Well, no, he's gonna be going number 2 because Jan went to now number 3. Oh, they're both tied. Okay, you're right. Yeah, Martin Veda, Corey Sandhagen, Rob Font. I mean, who would he would have fought? I don't. Who? That's the question. Who would Jan would have fought instead of O'Malley?
That's true.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I could see it then. Oh, it's tough.
It is tough. But it's good shit. All right. And now the co-main event, ladies and gentlemen. And that is, of course, for the UFC Bantamweight Championship of the world. Of course, Aljamain Sterling defending the UFC Bantamweight Championship versus TJ Dillashaw. I'm going to have to do this because I was fucking pissed. And yes,
I cannot believe this shit.
that's how I was. Dillashaw, I'm gonna let you have it. I have to because you got injured in your training camp. Did not tell anybody until night when you start free. Hey, look, I need to point, just let you know, my shoulder's kind of, keep this popping on and off. So please don't stop the fight. I'll pop it back in. It's ridiculous. Should he be punished for it? I believe that he should, and I respect Dillashaw, but I'm sorry, you really fucked up on this one. And I know that you didn't want to lose money. You didn't want to lose that bonus money or anything else, a paycheck you didn't want to lose, but you screwed it up for yourself. Because guess what? Now you're no longer going to get a title shot. I'll tell you that right now. Dana White's going to make sure that you can stay, you have to make sure, him he said he's not upset, but I know he's upset. Dana White's going to give him shitty fucking fights until he's willing to prove himself that he can get back into that top of the food mountain once again to get a title shot. This was the last chance, for Dillashaw to prove something. I had Dillashaw winning because, okay, Dillashaw could prove something here with his striking abilities. He could be careful with, Aljamain's wrestling because he's a great, he's great on the ground. Did not expect this at all from Dillashaw. Did not do nothing. But I'll give him one credit's due. He's held himself for the whole first round. He waited, and then that shoulder got popped back inside. But then after that, it was the same thing over. He couldn't even attempt to do anything on the ground to try to clear it of Aljamain's fucking wrestling, and he did not do that. And that's where I'm really disappointed at Dillashaw because you literally gave him that fight. And I'm gonna get hated, gonna get shitted on this. I'm digressing the fact that I still to right now do not feel that this has been a strong win for Sterling. I know it's a win. I'll give him the win against Peter Yan because Yan slept on that one. That's Yan's camp. They fucked up. The same here. But have they been the best wins for Sterling? No, not for me. I need someone. I need Sterling to prove himself of why he is the bantamweight champion. These two fights have not been the ones to prove to me, and I know I'm gonna get shitted on.
Oh, you will.
I know.
Shoot you right now.
I know. I know you are, but that's just my opinion. Okay, my opinion. It just has not been. I give him credit. The guy is great on the ground. Aljamain, I respect him for his fighting abilities on the ground. Give him much respect. But these two fights for me has not been like, oh, well, he is the champ. How the fuck he got the belt? Disqualification because Peter Yan's stupidity. The way that's another one. We'll talk about O'Malley, how his win. This is another one, another guy who got a title because of a disqualification. I want him to earn that shit. And I want him to be the one to say, I'm a true champion because of this. That's my opinion. That's why I'm still not so. I respect the guy, but I'm not sold yet of his wins. So I'll give him credit for Aljamain Sterling to winning this fight. But do I give him the credit like, oh my God, he's the best bantamweight champion? No, he's not. He's not to me. Great, good win for him. So that's all I can say for this individual. So, take it. And that was actually, and I don't know how the hell, let me see. Was this, what I want to know is, was this the fight of the night? No, it was not. So thank God it wasn't. All right. Go ahead, Alex. Give it to me.
You know what? I get it. Like, he won the belt, not the best fashion in this fight, too. But it's not his fault. It's not his fault. It's not his fault that Yan made a mistake. It's not his fault that Dillashaw messed up his arm. It's not. He did what he had to do. And first off, the reason why Dillashaw made a mistake is because it's Dillashaw's fault. He posted when you're not supposed to. All the grapplers, all the fighters that know, they know what I'm talking about. You're not supposed to post when you're getting taken down. He made a mistake, and that's what happens. He made a mistake, posted, put his arm out, and you put so much weight in it, it could mess up your arm. You could even break your arm. There's been fights like that some guys have broken their arms on that. So not Sterling's fault. He did what he had to do. I'm just surprised he took him down very easily, right at the gate. And I honestly think that could have been like that the whole fight. I really do believe that. I think Sterling would have been doing that all day, all night with Dillashaw. And yeah, like I said, it's not his fault. Dillashaw made a mistake, and Sterling capitalized it, and he won. Again, not his fault. He did what he had to do. Got his hand raised. That's it. And Dillashaw, I don't give two fucks about TJ Dillashaw. I don't give a shit if he made excuses. At the end of the day, he's a fucking cheater, and he shouldn't be fighting. I think he should have life suspension. I think he's a scumbag. I think he's a bad training partner. There's so much stuff on him that I think he's just horrible. Horrible person, horrible teammate, horrible everything. And yeah, I don't care if he's sad or whatever. I don't give shit about him. I'm glad Sterling won. Did what he had to do. TJ made excuses, and that's what a cheater does, makes excuses. So I'm glad Sterling did what he had to do, and Sterling won.
What?
Jesus. You buried the shit out of him right
That's
now.
the freaking truth.
Oh,
I ain't lying.
I'm not even gonna defend him. It's just I'm disappointed in him because he's just like he's gonna get punished for this. He's gonna go back to the line and hey buddy, go way back to the bottom of the rankings for you to get your ass one more time a title shot. And by the time you get there, you're gonna retire. So
yeah, he's getting up. Yeah, he's getting up there.
He's getting up there. I mean, how old is he now? What, he's like 30 what? 36. Yeah.
It's like when he fought Cejudo. I mean, Cejudo knocked him down, and he made an excuse again. Like, you know.
Cejudo, yeah. What excuse was that? When I'm like, there's no excuse there. Cejudo knocked you out. Period.
Yeah.
You talking all this trash to Cejudo, and Cejudo knocked you out. Sorry. It is what it is.
And the fact that he doesn't even like he even said this cheater beat you, man. Like he doesn't even like it's no shame for him. Like there's no shame. Like he's not embarrassed by it. Like he embraces that he cheated.
Oh man, yeah, definitely. Richard,
Oh. I'm shaking. I'm licking my chops. My palms are sweaty because I'm just. Dude, I'm gonna bury this guy. No.
Oh, another one's gonna bury this guy. Go ahead.
You could just get rid of the Barry Bonds MMA, the Mark McGuire MMA, any MMA player that's steroided. You pretty much call this guy the MMA of this because that's pretty much he is. At least they felt guilty about it. This guy doesn't feel guilty about it. His apology too was bullshit. Everything this man's done, even win or lose, he's even a sore winner is equal to being a sore loser. That's pretty much his whole career. This guy hurts his own training partners. We've heard all the fiasco in the past. I really don't like this guy. I always try to give him benefit of doubt because I always think, man, this guy's really talented. He's a great wrestler. He's a great striker. But we kind of know and the truth how he is. Even the press conference, Alex saying, what do you say? You're going to get your ass kicked by a cheater. That's like that kid that peed himself when you're in elementary school and everyone's trashing him. And even years later, middle school, you're like, hey, man, you did pee yourself. Oh, yeah, I did pee myself. I'll pee on you next. Like, that's weird. You admitted it, and now you're going to try to pee on me? Like, that's what it sounded like, you know? And, yeah, it's just I'm not interested in seeing him at all coming back. He held up the division, too, because he wanted to get one fight and right away jump to the title shot. And there he goes, jumping in line at 36. And like I said, it's going to be hard to recover at that age of 36 to come back, especially in a tough division that there's so many killers trying to get that belt again. You have O'Malley coming after. Even Jan, I don't think he's done with his title contention either. So it's time for him to kind of go aside and probably just ride to the sunset. And it's time for him to go. I mean, TJ at this point, I'm sorry, I'm just kidding. I keep on going with this guy. It's just pretty much time for him to go. I mean, and for Sterling too, I was kind of upset with because you kind of had a cheat code. You knew his arm was out. His corner was just yelling, his arm. All you have to do is flatten him out and just throw 100 punches and stop it. Because he had an opportunity. He could have stopped this in the first round. he should have been more aggressive and just beat the shit out of him because he was fighting him one-armed guy pretty much, and he couldn't do it. Again, I'm going to go to another analogy. When I remember, I just keep on going because it reminds me of these terrible situations in my life where I was in high school and this teacher gave us the cheat sheet. These are the answers. This is the answers. I'm going to give you guys right here for 25 minutes to copy up. I'm going to walk away. Everyone copied it. Everyone aced the test, finished the test within 5 minutes. One kid took 45 minutes to finish the test. And we're asked him, why did it take you so long? We gave you the answers. I got to make sure I'm going to write the answers right. That's reminding me with Sterling. He had to make sure, and someone had to go tell him midway through round, hey, dude, his arm's done. You could finish the damn fight. Take his ass down again and do punches. You've been doing it 5 times, but every time you go for this bullshit rear naked choke that you still can't get. The guy has one arm and you still can't choke him out. So that was frustrating with Sterling. But yeah, I mean, you can't take anything away from I don't want to take anything away from Sterling because in order for him to break his arm or dislocate his arm or whatever, he had to take him down. And why isn't that different between, I don't know if Alex agrees with me, with when Rampage KO'd Ricardo Ronan and Pride FC?
Yeah.
He had him, he tried to get him in a triangle, arm triangle choke, leg triangle, and Rampage picked up a Ronan and slammed him and knocked him out because his head bounced off the canvas. What's the difference of Sterling taking him down in this idiot post and breaks his arm or whatever he did? There shouldn't be really a difference. That's a strategy. He messed up his arm, and now he's going to try to finish it because this guy didn't know how to post, and this guy's been wrestling since he was 5. And here goes again making excuses. Oh, my arm's been out, for training camp. Well, if you know that, like Ivan, you were talking, why did you say, hey, I'm not going to find this card? There's so much at stake. Yeah, you want the money, but then again, at 36 years old, you're not going to get another shot. I just don't see it. I don't see Dana giving him that shot. I know Dana at press conference had frustration, like, why didn't you just say something? Like, he should have just said something. If his arm was that bad, then you try to take away some shade from Sterling. Everyone pretty much hates Sterling the way he won the shot, and the poor guy is trying to win, take all these fights, and you kind of just kick dirt over his victory parade. So, I'm not a big fan of Sterling too, but Sterling did what he had to do when he won the fight.
Yeah,
should have won the first round.
Oh, you know what? I was gonna tell you. I feel like he did it purposely. I think if you kind of noticed, I gave you his point. Especially, they were yelling at him like, his arm is out. Get him, get him. And you could tell like he did hear it. It's just that he took his time. He didn't want to end the fight too quick. And he did it on purpose.
You think so?
Yeah. If we go back and look at it, like if we rewatch it, you can literally see his facial expressions that he heard his cap telling him his arm is out, finish him, but he ignored it because he took his time with it. He literally took his time, and I don't understand why. He should have. It would have been over, but I think he did it on purpose. He didn't want to get too much heat, which doesn't. I don't know what other word to use, but I guess too much heat. Like, oh my God, he beat him that quick. Oh, his arm was out. Yeah. I guess maybe what he's trying to probably to avoid is everybody saying, oh yeah, the only reason why you beat him because his arm was out.
Yeah, it's kind of.
That's probably that could be the reason why he took his time with it. Could be. I mean,
either that. I mean, I could see that too, because I know he's like, I don't want to win that way. I just thought maybe he didn't have he's always been kind of hesitant, where he kind of wants to play it safe. He doesn't want to take the chance, and this guy, getting on top or something. Or I don't know. For a woman, maybe he just had a brain fart moment where he just wasn't thinking, was trying to get the ground and pound and just soften him up. But I mean, his arm was, you could see it. I mean, his arm was done in the first round.
It looked horrible. But see, when he messed up too, when that takedown, when Sterling took him down the first time, you see his arm just that elbow. I was like, oh,
it's happened. I mean, Shogun Rua happened to him in Pride when Mark Coleman took him down. He posted and broke his arm.
Same thing if you look at Joe Harris, was very known, UFC vet, very known for slamming guys, and he did this twice. If you look it up, slammed the guy and broke the guy's arm. So he's very known for throwing slams. If you look it up on YouTube, Joe Harris broke a lot of arms because of slams, and people post it. So yeah,
that's the way of finishing a fight. I mean, I broke the guy's arm by slamming because I mean, shoot, it sucks, but yeah, I mean,
it's part of the game.
Now, the biggest question is, I mean, we talked about it with O'Malley. I don't think he's ready. I don't think he's ready for that main event against Sterling. I think he needs one more fight. But who should Sterling fight? That's the question.
I think Sterling's going to move up. I have a feeling he'll go up to featherweight because I think he wants Merab, which is his teammate. I think he wants.
Oh yeah.
He wants him to be champion, and they're not going to fight each other. So I have a feeling that Sterling might move up weight. Because if you look at it, Sterling said that he doesn't think that he can make 135 anymore. It's becoming a struggle with him, and he thinks that in the future is that he can't do it no more.
Yeah.
And, so I see him going up to featherweight, and Merab going up to fight for the title.
So so you're saying that the title will be vacated, and then they'll fight for the
Yeah.
They could be. Maybe you're gonna see O'Malley and Merab probably fighting for that.
Yeah, because Sterling said he did struggle to make 135, and he says he don't think he could keep doing it anymore. So
well, he called it Volkanovski, right?
Yeah, Volkanovski would be featherweight.
Yeah,
that'd be a good fight.
That would be. Fuck it. Let's get into it. The main event of the evening, of course. Oh, I know. And that is, of course, for the UFC undisputed lightweight champion of the world, Charles Oliveira versus Islam Makhachev.
Oh, man.
I can tell you, I'm going to digress. When I saw it, I cried. But damn it, my boy Charlie. I was rooting for you. I wanted that Rocky IV. I wanted that moment. I wanted you to look at Khabib's eyes and tell him, I beat your bitch, and I want you to come out of retirement. I wanted that, damn it. I wanted Khabib to come out of retirement to challenge Oliveira for him to, beating his protege. That's what I wanted, but we did not get that. But congratulations to Islam, though. I'm not going to hate. Well deserved. And, Charlie, I don't know what Charlie was doing on this one, to be honest. I didn't see too much defense on Oliveira's side. I mean, this is my opinion. I didn't see that. I mean, if I'm not watching what you guys are watching, tell me so I can rewatch it, because I did not see any sort of type of defense that Oliveira did against Islam. I mean, yeah, a couple hits here. Oh, yeah, all right, good left hook, but it wasn't enough, and it just wasn't enough. I mean, let's look at the stats. I mean, shit. I mean, you're telling me you only threw 25 fucking punches, and this guy threw 72, had 2 takedowns, which I'm surprised that Charlie did not even use his takedowns on this guy. But remind you that Islam is also a ground, wrestler as well. So that would have been an interesting fight right there on the ground, because you see who would have won in that one. With Oliveira's experience with the most, submission wins in the UFC, and literally got tapped out by this individual, Islam Makhachev. And now, of course, the aftermath, we did get to see, of course, Khabib. So not even Islam, Khabib did it for Islam. Oh, yeah, the next one we want Alexander Volkanovski. That is the next fight we want. Crush him. Damn. He did say that. I mean, Khabib called out Volkanovski. Islam didn't even have the chance to do it. And now it looks like we might get that. We're going to get that pound-for-pound fight, which I'm excited. Even though this ain't, man, I am excited. All right, to see Volkanovski and Islam. Oh, that's gonna be. Oh, either way, I would have wanted this. I wouldn't mind seeing Charlie too. He would have won. But man, but hopefully we see Charles back in to title contention. I feel like he deserves it. In my opinion, the guy really he lost. He couldn't make weight. He still won. I mean, the guy has really, really impressed me overall. I wish he could have won, but oh well. It is what it is. Charlie, we will see you back soon in title contention. Hopefully very soon. Because it's not over for you, my friend. It's not. So I am looking forward. Oh, take it away, Alex.
Oh man. I think a lot of people are not going to be happy with what I'm about to say. I think my opinion is very different from a lot of people. People are saying that Islam is, the guy and this, and he's a complete fighter. I haven't bought into it yet. I'm not bought in. I don't believe it. I'm not. I'm not bought into it yet. I do believe there's a lot of holes in Islam. I do believe that. I think he's not the perfect fighter. I think people are saying that. I think eventually he will be exposed. I think his boxing is garbage. I think his boxing is horrible. I think he needs a lot of work in boxing, which is sad because he trains at one of the best kickboxing gyms in all time, and I mean it's horrible. Horrible boxing. And yeah, I mean, I think Oliveira was so worried about takedowns that, he was getting lit up on stand up. And honestly, in my opinion, I hope this doesn't happen, but Oliveira's career is going to go down. I think he was not going to win the fight for a while. I think that he's taking too much punches. He's getting knocked down very, very easily. His last fights, he's been getting knocked down. It just shows that, can't take a punch. The chin can't take a punch anymore. I think he's been punched so much that I think eventually he's just not like what happened to Islam. I just think it's not going to recover anymore. I mean, Islam even knocked him down. So yeah, I just don't feel like Charles will win next few fights. I feel like I think his career. I hope not. I like Charles Oliveira, but I think his career is kind of slowly going to go declining for him. And then for Islam, again, yeah, can't say it yet. I know he's a champ, but yeah, I'm not convinced yet. I think eventually he'll be exposed, and I think Volkanovski is the guy that can do that. Volkanovski is a really good stand-up fighter, could really defend some takedowns, and yeah, he can go down in the little guy, like he says. I'm little, but I'm going to show how little guys fight, and I'm excited for that. I think Volkanovski is going to give him a good challenge, and possibly could knock him out. Yeah, which it's gonna be a good one. I think he's a guy that could expose him, for sure.
Love it. But come on, man, come on. Tranquilo, right?
What? Just saying the truth, man. Who throws a hook like this? That's what Makachev was doing. I mean, horrible hooks, but yeah. I don't know anyone that throws a hook like that. So wide.
A street fighter would do that on the streets. Oh, Richard, can you defend Islam on this, or do you feel the same?
I feel the same. I don't know. Those punches are pretty bad. They were pretty bad. It was summertime. He was swatting Moscows. He was trying to get that shit out of here. It was terrible, man.
And he's never been good. Like, even Khabib, like, his stand-up is horrible. Like, he does not have good boxing, does not have good kicks. They're just good wrestlers.
I can't take away Khabib and they have power. They have the power. I mean, they both drop guys. It's just they don't have the best technique doing it. I mean, we kind of see the punches they've thrown, but it got them this far. I just think it's kind of weird how Khabib just jumps in there and calls out Volkanovski because he's the pound for pound king right now. So he calls out a guy that's a weight class lower than him. If I'm Volkanovski, I wouldn't go up a weight. You're going to come down here.
But he's a backup, though. He was backup for this fight. He was a backup.
Just like that. I don't know. I was just like that. I just think anyone in that camp, like, they're not going to move weights. I remember when Khabib fought McGregor, they were thinking about fighting different weight. He's like, no, we're going to fight lightweight. I'm not going to fight different weight. So I don't know. I mean, if I'm Volkanovski, then I'm going to go up, obviously. it's kind of risky, but yeah, I mean, it's a big reward if he goes up and he takes, fights for the belt and takes away Mox's belt, and now he's a 2-time champ. I mean, that'd be the big reward for him. But at this point, like, he doesn't really have to. Like, I'm already a champion in my weight class, and I'm the king at the moment. So I don't know.
Tuning in, Jeremy.
It is what it is. It's just weird. And then Volkanovski comes in the cage, and they're gonna go super close, and here comes Mama Bear Cormier jumping in. And no, don't get too close to him. Like, I don't like Cormier. Cormier is so biased to anyone in this team, even if you're not even part of a team. You have a Russian last name, he's already defending you. Like, this is how it is. Yeah, I don't have much to say. I mean, well-deserved win. He got the win, but like Alex said, Oliveira's chin is, kind of starting to show its light, and it's kind of fading. But
been knocked down every fight, pretty much.
He's been knocked down, but he recovers pretty quick. But this one, he didn't have a chance to recover.
And I think it's slowly going to go down. I think it's going to be a point where he gets knocked down, and I don't think he's going to recover.
I don't think Oliveira really has enough to prove anymore. I mean, he's done it all. I mean,
he's won. He has his belt.
I agree. I don't think there's nothing else to prove. Charlie had a fantastic career in that division. I don't think there's anything else to prove. I know you want to be like Cowboy, keep on going. I don't think you should. I mean, I feel like Charlie should retire. I mean, I know he's still, at his peak, 33, right? Mm-hmm. But there's nothing else. I mean, okay, so what? What about if he moves weight class? I mean, do you guys feel that he should move a weight class? I don't think he should.
No,
I think he should.
Think so either.
I don't think he should. I think it's a bad idea for him to do that. I just don't see. I don't know what else. I don't know what else is next for him. I really don't know what's next for. Let's see. Oh no, there's no Dom here. That's okay. AEW to be. See, I don't know if this is UFC, but you hear NWA's interested in partnering with it. Yeah, I've heard about that. I did hear about a partnership program, since fan, but we'll talk about that another time. I apologize, Jeremy. This is a UFC MMA show here. Another thing, you guys, I don't know if you guys caught the attention that Chimaev brought to himself at that fucking event.
Oh, I know, man. That guy, you can't bring him anywhere. You can't bring him anywhere, man. Starting trouble.
So what the hell happened there, man? What
he argued with Khabib's cousin, right, or something like that.
Someone.
Yeah, Chimaev got an argument.
Khabib's third cousin or second grandpa. I don't know how many people in that family wrestle. Like somebody.
But yeah, I guess you got an argument with him. I don't know. I feel like Chimaev's always starting something.
Yeah,
can't bring him anywhere.
Somebody.
You can't bring him anywhere. I just I don't know what was the deal. I mean, I think even Khabib was looking. Is like, what's going on? There was a picture of that. I was like, okay, yeah.
It wouldn't be the first time the Nurmagomedovs had brawls.
No, it ain't the first time. Yeah,
it ain't the first time.
What are you talking about? They're peaceful people. They never jump over cages or hit people when they're down,
or beat someone 5-on-1, or
slap somebody.
Fight someone that's
like
fought fight.
Yeah, and then play the victim. They don't do that.
Or jump off the cage.
They don't do that. That's
they
crazy.
Don't do that.
Oh man! So now, I mean, what do you guys got? You guys got. Well, so you feel like Volkanovski be the one? Could he's the one? Could expose
him or Rush?
Let's look at the rankings here.
I think the Rush could do it.
Let's look at this. Let me share my screen.
Yeah, I like Darius.
Okay. Let's see. Look what we got here. So, all right. Charlie at first. Poirier at second. Gaethje at third. DeRouche.
He looks like Alex is. Alex looks like he took over his head.
I'm Charles Oliver for a minute.
There you go. There you go. So that's what we have there in those rankings. So we have that. We have Poirier, Gaethje, DeRouche, who move up 2 spots. Chandler, Rafael Bezalel, Dos Anjos.
I mean, honestly, it's only the
Carmen.
Roosh because you're not gonna give it to Gaethje. You're not gonna give it to
Chandler?
or Poirier.
They're fighting each other.
Yeah, so you can't even or Poirier or whatever. I mean, Darush is pretty much the only one, honestly.
But okay, what about this? What about you have Poirier and Chandler are fighting. That's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I think the winner of that.
Gaethje?
Yeah, put him on Gaethje. Yeah, Darush and Gaethje, and then
because Islam's gonna fight Volkanovski.
But the question: are they gonna do it really right away? Are they gonna do it ASAP?
I don't know. I mean, Dana White did see it seemed like he's going towards Volkanovski.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, this is gonna be a tough one. I don't know how's he gonna do it.
And I don't think Darush wants to wait anything longer. Like, if he gets the opportunity, he's gonna take it. I don't think Darush wants to wait anymore. I don't think he wants to fight any more guys. I think he just wants a title shot, and that's it. Not getting any younger.
No. Yeah, this is a tough one, tough call, man. It is. I don't know. I would say, okay, I would wait on. I mean, I don't know how long you can wait for fucking Islam and Volkanovski, and because mind you have here as well which is honestly there is really nobody. Has he fought Ortega? That's what I'm trying to remember. Has Volkanovski already fought Ortega? He beat Ortega, right? He pretty much beat everybody here in this fucking division.
Yeah,
pretty much owns it.
He owns the division, so I mean, yeah, I guess I mean, we might see Volkanovski moving up, Sterling moving up. I guess that's the only thing you could do. Yeah, I see you're gonna have Poirier, Chandler, Darush, Gaethje. I think the winner of that should fight the winner of Poirier and Chandler, and then the winner of that will face Islam for the belt. I think that's how they're gonna do it. I don't know if you guys agree with that. It's like a fucking tournament. You're basically gonna have because if he's not gonna book Islam to either the winner of Poirier and Gaethje and Chandler, then might as well just do it that way. I mean, I don't know how you guys agree on that.
Yeah, jeez.
It's tough, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking tough. I mean, I don't know. Man. Yeah, it's a tough call. I don't know how we're gonna do it. But yes, I don't know how it's
we'll
too
see
much.
in the future.
And I forgot to say, I'm reading something too. They said 284. There's rumors that they want Sterling versus Cejudo. So I don't know if Cejudo's gonna come back in that mix too.
Yeah. I think they mentioned about Cejudo coming back, so that's what they're saying too, that Cejudo might come back. But last week the director and coach kind of felt that he shouldn't be more director, that he shouldn't come back. So I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about that. How do you guys feel about Cejudo making his return and challenging Sterling?
I mean,
I'm cool with it.
I'm cool with it. I think he deserves it. I think he shouldn't get nothing less than a title fight. He deserves a title fight. Everything he's done in his career, he's the man. If he wants to get a title shot, get him a title shot.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, pay him what he wants.
Yes, pay him what he wants.
I just think Dana don't like him. Dana don't like him, and he wished Dillashaw would have knocked him out. That didn't happen. So I don't know. I feel like he just doesn't like him. He goes, you can't just cut. But look at GSP. And he came back after retirement and he fought Bisping for a title fight. So, I mean, you could do the same thing with Cejudo.
Okay. I guess that's going to be the one then. All right. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. We appreciate you all very much for tuning in here on Circle Debate Championship EYR MMA podcast. Best podcast of mixed martial arts in Southern California and Rancho Cucamonga. Damn it. That's for sure. Don't forget to subscribe, follow Mi Familia, the Mares of Pain.
New episode.
Championship on the line. Let them know what is going on Championship on the Line podcast.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we got a new episode this Friday with JT Marioli, who's been
I'm
doing
looking
some
forward
cool
to see
things.
that. That I do want to see.
Yeah, for sure.
JT.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been doing some really good things. Just recently won the Empire Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship, which is a big deal. He just won that. And you've seen him in Level Up, seen him in MPW. So we talk about all that fun stuff. And yeah, it's a fun interview. And then also next week, we got another new episode. I won't say who it is, but you can find out Monday when I make the announcement. But this gentleman has wrestled for XPW. He has wrestled for Dragon Gate in Japan. He's wrestled for PWG. He's wrestled for MTV's Wrestling Society X.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
wrestled for a lot of companies. So, yeah, tune in. It's going to be a fun episode. So, yeah, stay tuned.
I cannot wait. I am excited. Hell yes. That is right. Yes, I am excited. Let them know, Blue. Come on. Let them know.
Hell yes.
That is right. That is right. But yes, we'll be back here, ladies and gentlemen. In 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, we'll be back because we got another one upcoming, UFC 281. And that is, of course, Adesanya versus Pereira. Carlos defending. Yes, that's going to be, yes.
Whole card is freaking good.
The whole, yeah. Yeah, Carlos Barza versus Zhang Wei Li. Dustin Poirier versus Michael Chandler, Frankie Edgar versus Chris Gutierrez, Dan Harker versus Claudio Puelles. Oh man,
It's a good card.
Good fucking card. Good. This is such good shit. Good shit, damn it. I tell you that it is good shit of nothing but UFC, ladies and gentlemen. And we cannot wait. We'll be back here. Take my money. Yes, that is right. Take my money. But we'll be back here. Let's see. Let me look at the calendar to let you guys know. So this is on November 12th. Of course, we will back here in 2 weeks. In 3 weeks. We'll be back here by November 9th. November 9th, we'll be back here. We'll be giving our predictions for this upcoming amazing fight of UFC 281. Once again, do not forget to subscribe to Championship on the Line podcast. Follow them on social media platforms as well. And of course, follow us to COD as well, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, I want to wish everybody a happy Halloween and enjoy your Halloween, guys. Be safe out there. And, of course, besides that, don't forget as well, we got a new design that we have out there, a Halloween special one. Make sure you go to our link tree in our bio and
Nice.
That's right.
Buy your t-shirt. Buy your t-shirt.
Buy your t-shirt.
You buy a t-shirt, you get an 8x10 autograph of Ivan.
Buy it. We will come to our house and sing you happy birthday when it comes time. We will all do it.
He would do it. That's right.
I'll do it.
And because he's the best manager in Southern California, I'll tell you that. Mr. R.M. Cool.
Buy a shirt.
And also, we have the coffee mugs. We got the t-shirts. We got the pillow for that Halloween design. Make sure you guys purchase it. Oh, man.
Pillows for sleeping. It's cold. It's cold as ice here in California. You got a nice cup of Joe with that Circle Debate mug with your cocoa, snuggled up with your pillow.
With a t-shirt, nice fresh tea.
I mean, come on.
Come on.
What else can you ask?
I
And then
gotta
you
go
go on
right
your
now.
laptop and then you watch Circle Debate.
That's
There
right.
you go.
See, the merch is right there. Let's share this.
And the shorts.
There we got
hide
shorts.
under that blanket, put some shorts on.
Yep. You got some chanclas you want to throw, of course.
Yeah.
Want to feature either your son's ass or your vato. There you go. Chanclazo with Circle Debate chanclas right
man.
You're
there.
looking fly with that Circle Debate gear.
That is awesome. I love it.
That's right. That's right. Oh, you said
We
the
need to
word.
do a commercial. We need to do
Yes.
a commercial.
We got to do a commercial. We will do a commercial. We got a lot of surprises coming up. Stay tuned for that.
I love it.
That's right. We all love it too. We love you too. But yes, once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Shout out to Brazil for the audio platform listeners that loves our show. And everybody out there in Europe as well, and toda Latin America, thank you so much. We'll be back in 3 weeks. We'll see you guys. Do not forget the championship on the line and Circle Debate and EYR. Don't just make podcasts. Fucking make history.